This is the code of your project, and here starting you can see these are header files. Header files means whatever functions required, all these header files holds those functions. Like for example, if you see LCD, here you can see liquid crystal.h. That means whatever files required for a LCD, those are included in this .h file. So this is external file, and this will be in Arduino library. No need to install this. This is inbuilt library of Arduino, and this is stdio.h and string.h. These are general header files for C language or C++. Generally in this Arduino IDE we are using C and C++ combination. And coming to this line, here we can see LCD crystal and LCD. This is the function of LCD, and whatever pins we are connecting to LCD, these are the pins, pin number 6754, like this. So whatever mentioned like this /, that is for comment. Here this will not execute in this project. And coming to y.h and max 30100, these two lines for SpO2 sensor. And for this here we have 1000 value, that means 1000 millisecond. That means for every 1 second, 1000 milliseconds means 1 second. For every 1 second this program reads SpO2 value. So coming to pulse oximeter, POX, and this last report, XPOS, all these are the variables. These variables related to SpO2 sensor. And coming to these lines, here trig and echo. Trig and echo related to ultrasonic sensor. Ultrasonic has two pins, one is trig and one is echo. By using these two pins, we can read the distance of object in front of ultrasonic sensor. And these are connecting to Arduino 13th pin and 12th pin. And here we have three voices, right, in your project. First voice is connecting to A0 of Arduino, A1 and A2 respectively. And coming to these 8, 9, 10, 11, these are Arduino pins, and M1A and M1B. That means motor 1. A means first motor has two poles, right? One is recognized with A and other is with B. Like the second motor, 2A, 2B. Coming to these are the variables of ultrasonic sensor. And here variables of SpO2 sensor. So these are for we are using these flags, flags and nothing but variables. They are using in code below. And temperature centigrade and temperature Fahrenheit. And this is for serial receiving variables. And here we have function. This is the function of ultrasonic sensor. Using this function we can find out the distance of obstacle in front of ultrasonic sensor. And OK check is the function, and it can read the response from the Wi-Fi module. So if you send any command to Wi-Fi module, it replies OK. We are checking that K. This K is in OK. And coming to this function, this is also function. Generally any project contains so many functions. You have to understand function for which application. At this stage of you, like students, you are unable to understand what is inside the function and each line by line. Sometimes we are also like developers. If any new sensor or new task coming, we are also taking functions from online or any other sources, and we are using that function. We should know how to use the function, and if function is working perfectly, then we are including in every project. If you have free time, then we can see whatever each line by line inside the function, and we are studying each line by line, but that is not required. Why? Because a few functions has like sometimes 100 200 lines, sometimes more than that also. So that keep in mind that every function you have to understand every function for which application. Okay, so coming to this function, this is one beat detected. That means whenever SpO2 sensor detected beat, then it is calling that function. Then we can print on LCD, we are detecting pulses. That means you can see on LCD P that is related to here. And coming to SpO2 sensor, so this is SpO2 init. That means SpO2 initialization. All these lines related to SpO2 sensor initialization. And coming to the main program, our main program has divided into two parts. One is setup and one is loop. Setup from here to here. Okay, that means setup means this execute at one time. That means whatever functions or sensors or motors, whatever initializations required, those are initialized one time here. That is in setup. So here we are using baud rate 9600 to communicate with Wi-Fi module. And here trig echo voice module. Here we can see voice module is output. Why? Because we are giving signal to APR module. Voice is playing. That means output. So that here I have mentioned output. Motors also we are giving signal from Arduino to motors, so that output. And initially we can give high or low. Here for voice module I have given high and the motors for low, and then it is displaying welcome on LCD. And then these are for Wi-Fi initialization. So from whatever I have highlighted here, all this related to Wi-Fi initialization. Once initialization done, then on LCD it is displaying connected. Then we can see box begin, and these whatever highlighted here, these are initialization of SpO2 sensor. And after initialization, it displays on LCD. U means ultrasonic sensor, T means temperature, H means humidity, heartbeat, and S means SpO2. Then serial event. This is one of the important part here. Serial event means whatever commands you are giving from Wi-Fi, those commands coming to this function. This function I explained below. I will explain that also. So these are variables related to SpO2 heartbeat and ultrasonic sensor. And coming to this, whatever I have highlighted here, from here to here, this is for ultrasonic sensor. Here we are taking ultrasonic sensor 5 times, and we are doing average 5 times divided by 5 and displayed on LCD. If ultrasonic sensor less than 10, then our robo is stopping. Stopping means all the terminals of motors is going to low. After that we are reading temperature sensor and displaying on LCD. After that, so get flag equal to 1. I will explain this below. Whenever get flag is 1, then SpO2 initialized, and reading heartbeat and SpO2. And there are a small calibration part here, and reading temperature. And so these are it is reading for here we are incrementing count. That means this loop repeated nearly 3000 times. 3000 times means it is reading for every 10 millisecond. 3000 divided by 10 millisecond, nothing but it's coming around 30 seconds. So every 30 seconds it is updating to Wi-Fi telnet. This is how to upload to telnet. You can see the command also. Okay, temperature, heartbeat, and SpO2. And coming to the these commands, whenever we are giving star F, B, L, R, S, motors are moving accordingly. If you can see here, and whenever we pressed F, 1 from telnet app star 1 hash, then I did get flag equal to 1. That means whenever get flag equal to 1, then it reads all parameters of temperature, heartbeat, and it is sending to telnet. whenever get flag 1, so this get flag 1 equal 1 made here. Okay, then voice is also coming. For enabling voice, initially we have to make that pin low. We have to wait for 3 seconds or 4 seconds, and again make that pin high, then that will be play. And 2 3 for 2 more voices. The commands are performing here, 2 and 3. Okay, this is done. Initially I have told you that serial event, this is one of the important, and so this is mentioned here, the body of that function. This is the receiving the command from the telnet app. Here we can see we are initializing, we are giving every command starting with star and ending with hash. So this logic performed here. Okay. After that we can see some commands like convert s and convert l. Convert s means whatever integer values like temperature, heartbeat, SpO2, those are integer values. We are converting integer into string. Okay, simply this function is for that. We are converting integer into string and displaying on serial terminal. Serial terminal nothing but on Wi-Fi telnet app. Okay, so this is convert L. Convert as L is also for same function, like converting integer to string and displaying on LCD. Okay. These two functions look like almost same, and this is for displaying on serial. Serial terminals nothing but Wi-Fi telnet app. This is for LCD. This is about your code structure.